Welcome to the last video in our European vacation. Here at Beaumaris Castle, they've created like a small park and play area right at the castle, which I think is really neat. Here we are in Beaumaris. Made a quick stop here at the castle. We didn't get to go into the castle, it was just for a look. A very, I like to call it a Tolkien-esque town, Middle Earth feel. Almost makes you feel like you're in Bree. Very quaint little Welsh town.
So this is Conwy. Conwy, the Welsh way of saying Conwy. When I first came to live in the area, it was Conwy, but now the Welsh language is very important and it's reverted to Conwy.
So I made it to the top of Conwy Castle, and that's a lot of steps. Didn't count them. I may try on the way down, but quite the view. Now that we've kind of got some views, really spectacular, it's time to make the trek back down.
Llanfairpwll Gwyngill Goger a Ffyrn Drogwch Llantysilio Gogo.
And Oops, we return to Miss Swan. So this is our final day, our final port, Holyhead. Okay, I've been saying it wrong the whole time, and I had it verified by our tour guide. It's spelled Holyhead. It's Holyhead. She is born and raised in Holyhead, and so I will take her word for it. And our tour in Holyhead was a an excursion that was to go to Conwy Castle and shopping. That is what it's called on the Carnival app. We did book this one through Carnival because it's about an hour and a little bit drive to get to Conwy Castle. So on the way, we actually stopped at Beaumaris Castle. And that was a very nice, it was a really nice castle. We didn't get to go inside of it. We didn't pay to go into the castle.
We didn't have time.
But, and we also didn't have time. Because we had a full day.
It was a 7-hour excursion.
But the Beaumaris Castle is neat because literally right up to the castle walls, there's a little park with a children's playground, and you'll see in the video in that it was quite nice. Nice little benches to sit around. We didn't have a lot of time there, but we went in, did a little bit of shopping, and then after we stopped there for a bit, we headed on to Conwy. Conwy Castle is impressive, and I actually did make the trek to the top of one of the turret towers. Got some nice panoramic video, and just kind of get a view of the area. Conwy Castle, though, I want to talk about for just a moment. If you get a chance to come to that part of Wales or anywhere near there, I highly recommend. That is such a neat place, and the town really has that old medieval feel still. Well, the whole town is actually behind like a castle wall. So there's the castle itself with a castle wall, and then all the way around the town is yet another wall. So this whole town is encased inside or at least the old part of the town is encased inside a very hefty castle wall. I bet the thing's 12 feet thick. And watching the bus driver try to drive through the entrances that were made for horse and buggy was impressive. He got applause for making it through, so it was very tight.
But they had, they were trying to stagger the tour buses because there was 4 tour buses doing the same excursion. And they did a great job. I was not rushed. I was not crowded. And to have that many people go through, they did a pretty decent job.
They did. It actually, and you'll see the footage.
I mean, each bus holds about 45 to 50 people, 40 to 50 on each bus. So.
You'll see the videos. I did not have to really avoid videoing a whole lot of areas. I'd pause for a minute, but I was able to get, somewhat people-free video, in a lot of the areas. I mean, there's going to be people in it, but you try to avoid people's faces if you can. But so after we left the Conwy Castle, we actually stopped at another town that has an exceptionally long name. And if you want to know what the name of the town is, you're going to have to go and see the Facebook. You have to go to the Facebook page and look for my post about the town, because there's not even a chance I'm going to be able to pronounce it.
53 letters.
53 letters in the name of the town.
Is the name of the town.
So we stopped there. It's the longest town with the longest name in at least the UK, maybe the world. I don't know.
Could have been the world. I don't know.
But I know it's a Welsh name, and I actually have the pronunciation on our Facebook page if you actually want to hear it.
Yeah, I know our tour guide that we had taught elementary school.
Yeah, she retired elementary school teacher.
40 years or something. Yeah.
So we after that, we basically made our way back to the ship. We got back to the ship, and it was pretty much the end of the day. We ordered room service and got a couple sandwiches and sat on watched TV. We were wore out. So that was our last port day in Holyhead. We're at the Dover Priory train station. We just got off the ship. We got off early this morning, so we could try to make an earlier train, just to give us some breathing room for getting on the Eurostar this afternoon. I think we still got about an hour before the train gets here. So we're hanging out at the train. She's almost kicking stuff over. We're at the train station for about an hour, and then we're going to take a train to London, and then we're going to go get on the Eurostar. Actually, we're going to take a train to London. We're going to eat something to eat because we have not eaten yet. So I want another adventure. We are about to board the Eurostar. And now we're on the Eurostar, and we are getting ready to go under the English Channel and end up in Paris. Should be about a 3-hour trip. See you on the other side. We have made it to Paris. Walking around Paris as the sun goes down. We had dinner on a sidewalk cafe. Now I'll put this down before I get run over. That is the line to get into where the Eiffel Tower is. Now we're not going there. We've got another tour planned for ourselves today. Not quite as iconic, but maybe we'll get to see a little bit more than just one location. Okay, so we have gotten on the Bateau bus. It is a hop-on, hop-off bus that takes you to 9 stops along the Seine River. We are leaving the Eiffel Tower area, so that's where we're starting, and that's where we're going to get off. We're not going to really get off at anywhere. We're just going to try to see what you can see directly from the boat, and keep calling it bus. It's the Bateau bus, so I call it a bus. But we're going to go directly from the boat and see what we've got to, what we can see. So this will be our room for the next 3 nights. The closets and go around here. And there it is. So we're on our tour. We got a quick tour we're doing, and this is one of the stops. Obviously, the Houses of Parliament. You can see Victoria's Tower, and we've got a real quick stop, so we don't get a whole lot of time. So we're gonna run back over here, catch our cab, and get some video and pictures and all kinds of stuff. Okay, so our tour guide said they weren't sure what the black uniforms were for, so if anyone knows, post that down in the comments, because this is quite the unique uniform setup for the guards at this post. Erected by John Duke of Bedford in 1830. So as I walk along the wall here, if you notice these chunks came out of this wall during World War I, 1918, for Zeppelin bombs. Tower of London. So you got the statue of Julius Caesar, the old Roman wall. So we're taking a short walk up to Buckingham Palace this morning. Piccadilly Circus. Well, today we are going to do the Warner Brothers Making of Harry Potter tour at the studios in London, England.
Maybe some of you have come to Hogwarts in possession of abilities so formidable that you feel confident enough to not pay attention.
The ice cream at the Harry Potter thing. What's your opinion of butterbeer again? Is it the same as Universal?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I don't know.
I think it is a little different than the one at Universal. But just like I said, we had the Frozen last time out there. This is authentic butterbeer.